Um, Yesterday I saw a post on YouTube, and it showed a picture of the Billboard's top 40 songs for 2026. Okay, thus far, I would suppose, because we're still in 2026. And on that list, Jay-Z's Root Picnic freestyle, quote unquote freestyle, um, was on it. I think it was number 7. Now, I'm not here to debate the meaning of the number 7, okay? Um, but just like Eskino said, Jay-Z is jealous of Drake. A lot of these ashy ass, dusty niggas are jealous of Drizzy Drake. And he is desperately trying to, in so many different ways, with the coming out, with the, Root Picnic thing, um, this freestyle after he said that, after he, did an interview, um, bashing that dissing culture, he went and did something, contrary to that, to start a, what do you call it, to get attention. He's an attention whore. So to take the attention off of Drake and to put it on himself. Okay, even if it, was a negative type of attention, as long as he was getting the attention, he's an attention whore. And I said this before, a lot of these celebrities, they are attention whores, and that's why they're not the most talented people. A lot of them aren't even talented. They're just the ones who are desperate enough, so desperate for attention, that they went above and beyond to do the lowest of lowest things to be seen on stage, to be looked at as celebrities. And that's why, instead of, leaving, the entertainment industry, in grace, they always have to wait until they humiliate themselves, and people don't want to hear from them or see them anymore, and they're forced to leave. Most of them don't leave gracefully because they are attention whores. So he did that whole Root Picnic diss freestyle for attention, right? And um the whole, pulling down of the locks, and the whole putting out of a video, using his, you know the products that are allegedly his wife's brand, which, you know what a lot of people are coming to realize, a lot of these people, they don't these brands are not theirs. These brands are other people's brands, and they're just the faces of these brands. They're being paid to be the faces. And I said this already, you can use your own spit, shit, your own doo doo, your own piss, your own spit to take down locks. You don't need nothing special to take down locks. As long as it's like the palm rolled kind of locks, you can pretty much undo that shit. It's gonna take some time, regardless of what the fuck you're using. You don't need some special hair care line for that shit. Um, so all of those stunts were to just get the attention off of the Iceman, okay? Juicy's 3 albums that um be trending, okay? And I posted under Janet Shut the Fuck Up video that the whole term, Janet shut the fuck up, is going to become a historical phrase that people are going to be using for a long period of time. Okay, it's going to become a phrase etched in history. Like, for example, let me use an example. Um, Let me think. I don't know, I'm trying to use something that's commonly used throughout the ages, like like shut the fuck up, okay? Or what the fuck? Or I don't know, like it's something like that, okay? It's gonna become like so generally used, okay? And then this morning, not too long ago, I saw a video with the Janet shut the fuck up over it. It was about Oprah, and it was, I guess they were saying Oprah, I don't know, she did some interview or something embarrassing Whitney Houston. And it was like she waited 17 years to embarrass Whitney Houston. And over the thumbnail of that video, the person put Janice shut the fuck up. And I'm like, wow, I saw this. I can see trends. I can see trends like miles away, light years away. But they're trying to, take the attention off of the Iceman, and that's why they're doing all of what they're doing. Um, Jay Z is such an attention whore, and Beyonce is no better. They're attention whores. All of these motherfuckers you see out there, the whole fact that they are whores for attention is how they got to be celebrities in the first place, okay? Because, like I said, they're not the most talented. Most of them aren't even talented, okay? They're just low down scums who were able to suck dick, um, take cock in their asses, and all these shit to get attention. And that's pretty much what the fuck it is. So it's nothing special being a celebrity. If anything, it's quite the opposite. And then so those two things. And then, he paid the Billboard to put his freestyle disc at number 7. Like he wasn't fit to pay them to put it at number 1, because in his dumbass mind, he's like, okay, it's gonna look too obvious. But he made sure to pay them to put it in the top 10 at number 7. It wasn't even a song. It's not even a fucking song. Nobody's listening to that because it's cringy. I don't know if you've ever felt embarrassed at someone embarrassing themselves. That's the feeling of cringe. That's what cringe is. When you feel a slight embarrassment of somebody embarrassing themselves. That's cringe for me. That's what cringe means for me. Like, it's just like, oh. Like, it's like secondhand embarrassment. I think I explained. I think that's what it is. I think it's like you're not the one who's being embarrassed. Like a nigga is embarrassing himself, and it's like you feel his embarrassment. Secondhand embarrassment. Like some people would have a completely different definition of secondhand embarrassment, but like that's my perception of that term right there. Are you serious? That's not even a fucking song, and it's not trending. It's really not trending. And most people only heard the song, but either they were at the thing, or they were watching commentaries about how cringe that fucking freestyle was, and hypocritical too. So, how the fuck is it in the bill? That shows you that he paid the Billboard. And when that just came to mind, and then what else just came to mind within the same instance? The Blue Ivy award. The the Blue Ivy Grammy Award. I was like, This is the Seven of Pentacles. We're in the year of the Seven of Pentacles. It's evidence. Evidence. Like shit that wasn't that obvious to most people are going to become blatantly obvious to the world, to everybody. And the only motherfuckers who are going to try to debate or counteract this obvious shit are the ones who are pretending to not see the truth, because they too, they know. It's the ones who are being paid to also hide the truth. Like that chameleon, or Komodo dragon looking nigga who's a self-hating nigga who was bleaching his skin years ago, who's a brown nose for Jay-Z, who'd probably taken dick in his ass. Okay, so the only people who are gonna be like disputing the truth are the people who they know the truth, but they're trying to mask the truth themselves. But everybody's seeing the truth. Okay? Everybody coming to the realization. And the higher the monkey climb, like I said, the more it's exposing itself. The more they're doing these type of shit for attention or, for praise, or to keep a certain status that they acquired through unscrupulous means, the more they're exposing themselves. Because what the fuck? That's not a fucking song. And then when you think back now on the whole Blue Ivy getting a Grammy, like what the fuck did Blue Ivy get a Grammy for? Blue Ivy isn't talented. She isn't in the music industry. She just did a little piece on a song. I think. Because I didn't even listen to that song. Did she actually sing on that? And even if she sang or talked, I mean, like you can get a Grammy for just like talking on a song. But if she sang on the song, I mean, like you still don't get a Grammy for that. Like a Grammy's for someone who has, as to what they made it seem as though it was for. It's for a musical artist that has been making strides throughout the years and has influence, has mass influence with their music, through their music. What the fuck? So how the fuck did Blue Ivy get a Grammy? And that leads you down another rabbit hole to think, oh, so all of this shit don't mean anything. Let me tell you what this is all about. Is once you get to realize that in this world is filled with motherfuckers who rob and kill for money that they in turn use to buy shit like the Grammys, you come to the realization that shit like the Grammys, these awards, these accolades in the Matrix, they don't mean anything. And you see why I'm so close and closely tied and entangled with the spiritual realm, because there is no prejudice there. There is no injustice there. You don't fuck your way to the top there. You don't buy your way to the top there. You don't suck dick to the top there. You don't be a hoe to get to the top there. If anything, you get the opposite result doing them fucked up shit. Okay? Because them shit ain't being ethical and moral. Okay? You get to the top let me not say being ethical and moral, being balanced. And I've been telling motherfuckers for years that balance is the key to success. What type of success? Motherfucker, spiritual success. And that's the only success that matters. Because once the spirits are on your side, fuck who else ain't. Fuck who ain't. Once the spirits are on your side, fuck who ain't. You good. Because whatever that happens in your life, you know is aligned. You know is destined, is fated. And you can't go against destiny. You good. Once the spirits are on your side, fuck who ain't. Once the spirits aren't, oh, it ain't good for you. It's not a good look for you. Once the spirits are on your side, fuck who ain't. The spirits are all that matters. And I've always known this as a motherfucking kid. That's why I'm going to keep friend and company. And I don't give a fuck about people. I'm all about spiritual principles. And you could be my mama, my sister, my kid, my spouse, my lover. Once you fucking fucked up, I don't want shit to do with you. Because I'm all about the spirits. And that's why I rank high in the spiritual realm. And I know this for a fact. I am the high priestess. And I know this for a fact because they told me this. And they're telling me to say this, all of this right now. They woke me up this morning and put all of this so well put together, so articulated to dispense to y'all. To deliver to y'all. I mean, like, the message came so clear to my consciousness this morning. I'm like, damn, I gotta take out my phone and do this recording. I was like, for a while, I was like, I'm not doing any more uploads on YouTube. I'm not recording nothing more for now. And the spirit's like, do this. You gotta do this. You gotta do it. So, I mean, the Grammys, they don't mean shit. I mean, look at Nicki Minaj. She's an awesome rapper and lyricist and songwriter. And yet, she's never gotten a Grammy. And all these dusty, lame-ass bitches, Cardi B, these other bitches out there, flabby skin Lizzo, and that can't get it, 100,000 albums sold, right? Got awards. Why? Why? Because they do shit. Epstein type of shit to get them awards. And I told y'all, Nicki never bowed to lame ass Jay-Z and his heifer Beyonce. She never did all that shit. And that's why. I told y'all this, like, I think years ago. That alone should let you realize that the Grammys is rigged. Look at Jamaica. Jamaica has so many phenomenal reggae artists. And they're just like less than a handful amount of times that an actual Jamaican won a Grammy for the reggae category. Every time else it's an American doing, or some, foreigner doing reggae music. That in no way compares to what our locals are doing here. Nicki, who's the greatest female rapper, the greatest rapper now, male or female. I'm sorry, Drizzy, you come second. But like, you the first where male rappers are concerned. Okay? And she's never gotten a Grammy Award. And Blue Ivy, who is not an artist, got a Grammy Award for doing what? And now Jay-Z's freestyle picnic disc that he was like, he hypocritically went against. It is GQ magazine that, believe that hip-hop should be about disses, but he went and did the opposite. Like, he suffers from fucking dementia. Is at 7 on the Billboard Top 40 Songs for 2026. 2026 ain't even over yet. Okay? And then you don't see any of Drizzy's songs on that thing. to make. That's the funny thing. And just these songs are trending like crazy. And guys, that list was orchestrated, okay, and paid for, and they are going broke. You know why I said this? That they're going broke. Camel face, donkey face, and his heifer are going broke because they they spending too much money manipulating shit, paying for bribes, paying for blackmails, paying to rig shit. And now it's coming to the end where they're gonna come to realize that they wasted all the monies that they could have saved because they're gonna go out broke, dumb and broke. Okay? Because the Grammys has no significance to it. It's coming to that time where they're gonna realize nobody, not even a soul, not even the motherfuckers who are being paid by these unscrupulous fucked up motherfuckers are tuned in to the Grammys. Zero viewership. It's coming to that place like everybody's everybody's catching on that it has no significance. Why watch something that's rigged? Why watch something that's not authentic? Why? What's this? You wasting your fucking time. What? You watching to see who's in whose favor it's rigged for? Like, just don't waste your fucking time. That's just fucking silly and crazy. And so, y'all realizing now that none of these earthly things has any significance. I've been known that from my picnic. Me know all of this shit, but a lot of you just come into the knowing of shit that I've been knowing since I was a kid. But better late than never. They say sometimes late. What's that saying? What's that saying? Funny enough, I was just gonna mention my ex-husband. I had a dream about him right before waking up. I had a vision about him and my two sons. My oldest sister was in the dream also. And that dream, funny enough, I'm saying, because like he used to use a phrase that I was trying to remember in terms of late. He would say sometimes delay is danger. I'm sure he's not the one who came up with that. But it's a phrase that he would use. Delay is danger. And on another hand, that I came to realize sometimes being too hasty is danger. But it's all about having wisdom, discernment, knowing when, making a move is imperative and important, or when it's being too hasty, which is dangerous, right? When being hasty is danger, let me put it that way, and when being hasty is beneficial. When delaying is danger, or when delaying is necessary. Because sometimes you gotta procrastinate and think long on some things, but it's having the discernment that differentiates. It's like that saying that, what was that saying again? Uh, God grant me the courage to let go of the things that, I'm just gonna paraphrase. I don't remember exactly word for word. God grant me the courage to let go of the things that are not meant for me. No, grant me the serenity to let go of the things that are not meant for me. The courage to, I think, fight for the ones that are for me. and the discernment to know the difference. So I'm pretty much paraphrasing. So you got to be humble to let go. Um, have a peaceful mindset to let go and walk away from things that are not for you, meant for you. You have to have courage to fight for what's yours. But you also got to have the discernment to know when something is for you and when it's not. So it's like a situation of that. But in the dream too, it was like, this was just so weird. There was this like portal. It's like it was like a separate yet intertwined dream, where in which it's like a portal. I remember I saw a video yesterday. I didn't watch the video. It was like the thumbnail talking about the veils are being removed between the spiritual and the physical realm, something of that sort. It was like early this morning that I had a dream, I feel, because it's just so fresh in my memory. And it was like this green, like fluorescent green with, a little black around the edging. I guess I saw it. It's the best way I could describe it. It was like behind this door, and the door, someone opened, like the door, like it was there. It appeared there. It was like always there, but it just like was like accessible or open. And it's like, I don't remember who opened a door and saw the veil, and it was like, saw the portal, and it was like the person, which I think was an op, like someone I wasn't fond of. They like put a part of their hand through the portal, and it's like sideways. Wasn't like their hand went through it. It was like they, like their arm, like they put piece of their arm like over, like something just chopped off a piece of their flesh, and like they pull it back, and it was like, I guess, screaming. And we saw, I was kind of like smirking inside. I was like, fuck yo, something like that. But like, it was like I was like amused at the same time, like that, wow, something dangerous is on that side. I don't fuck around. And it was like, even though I wasn't on that side, it's like I could see what was on that side in the dream. Like I just knew what was on that side, and there were spiritual beasts on that side, if you want to say demons. But the demons are my friends, so angels and demons are my friends. That's where the whole yin and yang comes into place, because I'm not protected from, by just one side. I'm protected by both sides, the light and the dark. And church teaches you to be afraid of the dark side. you know well, they wanted me to be afraid of it. Yeah. I grew to embrace it, and I realized it's a part of my destiny, light and dark. Because I can't tackle wicked ass motherfuckers like Jay-Z and his heifer and his, side bitch, and all these wicked ass motherfuckers out there being all light and shit. I gotta be evil. Okay, so I had to embrace the darkness that was already in me. Motherfuckers put me through the, through shit. And, it didn't destroy me because I'm like a juggernaut. It just awoken the phoenix force within me. And it's like the worst thing they ever did for themselves, and the best thing they've ever done for me. Because I actually love being evil. I love being in my shadow self. I love vibrating in my shadow self. I like being in my, higher self, being, nice and, and smile, but only to nice people. I only like being in that frequency to nice people. But when it comes to wicked ass motherfuckers, I love being evil as fuck. I love being evil. Um, so, but I find that I don't know. I just love both sides. I, I find my shadow self very exciting though. I like being in that, frequency. But I guess why I'm saying that is because there are a lot of fucked up energies about the place, and I gotta be in that energy to deal with wicked motherfuckers. So I guess that's why I'm saying what I'm saying now. But it is what the fuck it is, so yeah. But that's what I wanted to say. I think the spirits were showing me that the veil, we're in them last days, the veil, the portal is open. Motherfuckers been fucking around with demons, and they don't know what the fuck demons are. And they don't know that the chosen ones are protected by both demons and angels. That's why you don't fuck with us. You don't fuck with a high priestess. I'm not talking about wannabe high priestesses. I'm talking about ordained high priestesses from birth, at birth, from birth, before birth. You don't fuck with us. Okay? We speak things. The high priestess speaks things into being. The high priestess can change timelines. The high priestess changes the past, the present. Oh yeah. The high priestess can bend time. Is a time bender. Okay? We tap into the ethers, the Akashic records. We're time travelers. We can change the past, which changes the whole present and the trajectory of the future. Changes the present and the future. The trajectory of the present and the future. That's exactly how they want me to say it. So I'm going to say it that way. We change the past, which in turn changes the trajectory of the present and the future. So you don't fuck with us. We can rewrite your whole timeline. We can rewrite the past. Oh, you're this great motherfucker? No, you ain't. And we wipe out all that you think that you've accomplished. And that's that. So, I'm going to leave you guys for now. Namaste.